Yo, what's up? My name is Ryan. I'm a CPA, and today we're doing another episode of CPA Reacts. This is where when I'm bored on the internet and I'm scrolling through Facebook or Reddit or whatever, and I see these questions that people ask, I thought it might be a good idea to address them because people are asking the questions. That means that there's people interested in the answers. And aside from all the terrible advice that people give in the comments, I figured I should respond to the questions and make a video about them so that you all know like a general answers to these general questions. So before I continue, it would be awesome if you would consider subscribing to my channel and or smash the like button if you're going to find this video helpful, which you probably won't know that yet. You'll figure that out here in a minute. All right, so the first question that I saw in a tax professional group, one person posted up a question to other tax professionals. They were saying that their client is unhappy with their refunds that this person prepared for them. The tax return that the person prepared for them, he's unhappy with the refunds, and he's asking if they could do anything to help with this refunds. And lots of various answers, mostly people saying like, hey, if they're just a W-2 employee, there's not much you can do. It is what it is. And for the most part, that's true. But nothing really serious going on in the comment section here, but I have seen around the internet of tax preparers making up businesses, like fake businesses for their clients so they can claim fake expenses, because the expenses will lower their taxable income, right? And thus will lower their tax liability. So I've seen that happen. I've seen it happen with ghost preparers, tax preparers I talked about in my last video that don't really sign their name at the bottom of the tax return. They'll make up expenses, they'll make up businesses to claim made up expenses just to lower income, just to get a satisfied customer and get them a big refund, even though it was done illegally. So just be aware, if you are W-2 and that's all you have is a W-2, you don't really have much else going on, there's sadly not much you can do in terms of claiming expenses or reducing your income. If you are making a lot of money in your W-2, like $500,000 or more, then there could be some avenues for you that would cost money to put in place. But if you're making under that, it's not worth it. And so just be on the lookout. Don't be making up businesses and making up expenses, especially if you're doing these taxes yourself. Don't be doing that shit because that is illegal. All right, another question I come across a lot actually on some of these tax groups are people asking if the amount of refund they got is correct, which is a fair question, you might think, but the general question goes like this. It goes, hey, I made $40,000 and I have 2 kids, but my refund's only $3,000. Does this sound right? And that's all the information they give. And the problem with this is that your refund depends on so many different things. How much taxes were withheld from your paychecks, how many kids, as they already stated. The kids part determines the child tax credit. And if they're married, there might be an earned income credit involved with this level of income. So there's a lot more to consider than just this is my income and this is my refund. Does that sound right? I don't want to go on here and say this is a dumb question. It's not. I just want to say you need to give more details before asking a bunch of random strangers if that sounds right. And the even more scary thing is a bunch of random strangers are like, yeah, that sounds about right, and they have no idea like what the other things are, how much taxes are withheld. People are just like, yeah, that sounds right, or other people are like, no, that sounds like too low. You should be getting more. And just as a reminder, a refund is 2 parts. One is a refund of taxes that you already paid in. If you pay too much, you get some of that paid back to you. That's part of a refund. Another part is just any refundable credits that you might qualify for. Child tax credit and earned income credit are 2 popular ones. So those 2 things combined will get you a refund. So we don't know how much taxes were withheld from your paycheck. We don't know how much refund you should be getting. Keep that in mind. All right, this last question I'm gonna review with you. I actually took the time to save down the screenshot, so I'll just read it to you. So correct me if I'm wrong. I made $31,000, and the estimate I'm getting on Turbo is around $7,000 refunds with 2 dependents. Parentheses, they only took out like $300 for federal taxes. End of parentheses. So the trick to get more is either writing exempt on your employer tax form or simply making less money through the year. No, I don't think your goal should be to make less money to get a larger refund, because that just sounds like a terrible idea, you know? With that mentality, bro, you're never gonna make it past $31,000 of income. You know, you got so much more potential than that. And also claiming exempt on your employer tax form, I would actually probably lower your refunds because you would then not pay any taxes in upfront. And so you won't be getting any of that back. You know what I mean? So, you know, just living your life or you're making career choices just for the refund amount is just a terrible idea. Because again, I told you one of the components of a refund is how much taxes you already paid in to the system. And so if you paid in a bunch and it turns out you owe less than that, you're gonna get some of it back. That's a component of a refund. So simply making less money just to get a bigger refund is it's 2 different things here. It's not a good financial strategy. All right. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for joining me. Again, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you found this video helpful, please smash the like button. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Have a good one. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up.